You guys are probably Star Wars'd out. I'm Star Wars'd out, but that isn't stopping me from keeping this gravy train running. Since I've already done videos talking about the sequel trilogy, it's time to tackle one of the sidequels, Solo, a Star Solo Wars Solo story featuring Napoleon Solo's great-grandfather Han Solo. I liked this movie when it came out, and I still don't hate it. It's fun, which is what I want with a Star Wars movie. Rogue One was so dreary, it was difficult for me to remember that we're supposed to be having fun, even in the middle of a war. So while I liked this one, it's not perfect. It's got some flaws that didn't have to be there. What if the movie was better? Here's some suggestions on how the film could have been improved. Begin the movie with Han and Qi'ra already part of Beckett's crew. The movie didn't do enough to establish their relationship. If you make her part of Han's circle throughout the whole movie, we have more opportunities to care. Since we won't waste time with Han threatening a slug monster who is in the movie for 43 seconds and isn't important, we can spend more time with the rest of Beckett's crew. When they die before Act 2, we can care a little more, and actually feel for Beckett, who lost his family because of Han's mistake. Since Han and Qi'ra are already part of Beckett's crew, say Han worked for the Empire before the events of the movie. Instead of Han meeting Chewie in prison, have Beckett's crew rescue Chewbacca during the failed Coaxium mission. This way, you don't have to deal with the implications that Chewbacca ate people. Maybe I'm crazy, but I never saw Chewie as the wild beast a lot of people seem to. Han says he'll rip your arms out of your socket if he loses, but Han's a lying scoundrel. Wouldn't it make more sense for the Falcon's tech guy to have like a master's degree in engineering, and Han tells everyone Chewie killed 30 people before breakfast, and Chewie's like, not this again. I have a brain, I'm more than just muscles. When Jabba called him the mighty Chewbacca, he's either buying into Han's hype, or he knows Han is lying, and he's mocking Chewie. While I like the friendship between Han and Chewie after this scene, I did not like leaning into Chewie as a big scary monster. Han still messes up the mission, they go to Dryden Voss and make the deal they made in the movie. Since Qi'ra has been with Han and Beckett for years, she forms her plan to betray Voss here. He almost killed them because of one mistake, even though they've made millions of credits for him over the years. She doesn't want to live this kind of life. Han's thinking of quiet retirement with his own ship, settling down with Qi'ra, but Qi'ra doesn't believe Voss will let them have that kind of life. She plans to get rid of him and take over his operations, acting out of self-preservation, but also to protect her family from a madman. I didn't hate L337 like everyone else did, but I also didn't see much of a reason to put her in the movie. Her presence actually endangers the mission when she's releasing droids and causing chaos while they're trying to mine the Coaxium. I guess they wanted to do a callback to C-3PO saying the Falcon had a peculiar personality, but was that necessary to call back to? Wouldn't Lando know she's going to endanger their lives and the mission? Set up the possibility of multiple betrayals in the showdown with Voss. This is where keeping a few of Beckett's crew alive would be handy, so you aren't sure who is going to betray the group. Han still shoots Beckett, but there's some doubt. Was he going to turn on Han, shoot Qi'ra, shoot Voss, shoot his wife? As is, the movie sets up why Han doesn't trust people, because the people he meets aren't trustworthy. That's fine, but it's pretty basic. What if Han doesn't trust himself to be around people because he might trust his instinct and kill someone he shouldn't have killed, like Wild Bill Hickok accidentally shooting his own deputy? Ease up on the references to the rebellion. What I liked about Han is that he's not a very important character. He's friends with Luke, he's Leia's lover, but he's just a dude living in his van with his best friend. I didn't need Han to be instrumental in the formation of the rebellion. Replace Enfys Nest with someone who is trying to provide for her family. Han feels for her since he lost his own family, and his entire motivation has been trying to set up a comfortable life for him and Qi'ra to live happily ever after. He gets soft and helps Enfys Nest, but no references to her being the beginning of the rebellion. Speaking of references the movie doesn't need, we don't have to see the Millennium Falcon yet. Disney has to sell toys, but create a new cool-looking ship to make toys out of. You could have Beckett hire Lando to help with their mission. He and Han don't get along, Lando betrays the group at some point and runs away, but we don't see the Falcon or the Kessel Run. We don't have to have every part of Han's pre-A New Hope life happen in this movie. If the movie is more of a financial success than it was, you could do multiple Solo movies. That seemed like what they wanted to do, but they got cold feet. Speaking of references the movie really doesn't need, no Darth Maul cameo. I can't tell if this was meant to set up something in a later thing like the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, or if this is meant to reference something I didn't see in Rebels or Clone Wars. Since I'm mostly a movie guy, bringing back a hollow nothing character who had one line of dialogue in Phantom Menace is beyond perplexing to me. It's like a joke with no punchline. And that's it. I don't hate the movie we got. The things I address here weren't deal breakers to me, but I do think if they had gone in this direction, this would have turned an okay movie into a pretty good movie. But if you guys disagree, let me know in the comments, and I'll be tackling something else in a video next week. Until then, have a good one.